Dear students, today we will continue with the topics, the definition of computer. Definition of computer. How we can define computer? In simple, we can define computer as a computer is a man-made electronic device which works with tremendous speed and accuracy and which is having high storage capacity. Computer is a man-made electronic device which works with tremendous, it's not possible to say how much speed it is. Okay, how much speed it is having. Tremendous speed and accuracy. Accuracy means correctness. With tremendous speed and accuracy and which is having more storage capacity. In computer, we will use two terms commonly. One is called data, another one is called program. One is called data, another one is called program. What the data is? Data is discrete component. Anything which is definable, we can call it as a data. Anything which is definable is called data. There are two types of data. Digital and analog. There are two types of data, digital and analog. Even we will say one more, that is combination of both. That we can say in this way, digital, analog, hybrid. Digital, analog and hybrid. What this digital is? The data which is discrete in nature, which is definable, is called digital data. Maybe for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, these type of things. We will call it as a digital data. Maybe digits. Okay? Digital data. Analog. Some data may be continuous in nature, and those continuous data we will call it as a analog. Which are those things? Maybe for example, pressure, temperature, these are continuous data. In general way, it is not possible to measure. We need some measurement devices. And those devices we will call it as a analog devices. Maybe best example is thermometer. Okay? To measure fever, they will use, or maybe to measure temperature, body temperature, there may be thermometer. And that thing we will call it as a analog data. Okay? Analog data, continuous type of data. And for that there will be separate type of devices, and for digital there is separate type of data. Separate type of devices. So digital and then analog. And then hybrid. Digital and analog combination, we will call it as a hybrid. That means the hybrid contains even the digital data as well as analog data. And the hybrid computer may be with digital and analog data. Okay? That type of thing. In this way there are three types of data. Program. What this program is? Program is, generally when we are saying program, we will take PROGRAMME. But we are using PROGRAM, not PROGRAMME. Program, PROGRAMME is British word. So in cultural, like if you are doing some cultural programs and all, we will say same PROGRAMME. But in computer field, we will use PROGRAM. We are using American word. In American language, they will write program as PROGRAM, and we are using same thing. But when we are writing programming, PROGRAMMING, the same thing we will write. Okay? And this program is nothing but set of instruction is a program. Set of instruction means what? That we will see later. What that instruction is? Instruction is one command to perform one specific task. Okay, to perform some specific task, we will give many number of instruction. In that each one instruction we will call, each one command is called as instruction. That means the set of instruction is a program and instruction is one line of command or one command. Okay, that is instruction. And even this set of programs will make software. Set of programs are called software. Okay. So, in simple way we can say software is set of program, program is set of instruction, and instruction is a command. Okay. And how we can define these things? Just we will see one example. Okay, maybe for example one person is asking how I can go to Bangalore. Maybe for that person you will instruct, maybe you have to start from Sirsi, then you have to take the route, the Hubli route, and then maybe at Bisulkoppa you have to take turn, then you will go to Haveri. From Haveri you can go to Davangere, then Davangere to Tumkur, then Tumkur to Bangalore. So these are the instructions you are giving to that person to reach to his destination, Bangalore. Same way in computer, we will instruct the computer in step-by-step manner to complete one specific task, and that we will call it as a program. So that's why set of instruction to perform one specific task is called program. Stored program concept. Stored program concept. This is the famous concept of modern computers. Stored program concept. What it is? When we are handling any data or instructions in the computer, it must be stored somewhere to manage. It must be stored somewhere, and from that storage area we can take it or we can fetch it one by one to work on it, and that concept is called stored program concept, and that is given by one Newman. Okay, when Newman was a scientist in 1950, he was in 1950s, and when the ENIAC, EDIVAC, all those computers were there, and to manage those computers, there was a scientist called Van Neumann, and he developed the concept stored program. And the simple concept it is, the major meaning of stored program concept is, everything must be stored in a memory to manage the data or instruction. That means in computer, to manage anything, we have to store it somewhere, we have to store in some device, and then we can manage it or we can handle it. That is the concept of stored program. There are two parts or two phases. One is called fetch phase, and another one is called execute phase. And this fetching means if the data or instructions are stored somewhere, the computer has to fetch that thing from the memory taking from the memory is called fetching. That means the processor takes the information from the memory and it works on it. The processor works on it, and that working on the data which is in the memory, taking the data from the memory is called fetching, and working on it is called execute phase. Next is advantages. What are the advantages of this stored program concept? Why we are going for this stored program concept? One major advantage is, in the stored program concept, as I said, everything will be in memory. By that advantage is, repeatedly you can make use of the instruction, information or data. That is the first one. That means it is helpful for repeated work or repetitive work. That is the first advantage of stored program concept. Second advantage is, one can modify the data or instruction in the memory. One can modify the data or instructions in the memory. Since it will be in a memory, we can modify those data and instruction, and once again we can work on it. That means even it allows the modification of data, and once again you can work on it. That means rework is possible, and that is another advantage. That means you can modify, you can do the editing, and you can work on it. First thing is, repetitive work is possible. One thing. The same data we can use it many number of times. The second thing is, existing data you can modify and you can use it. That is the second advantage of stored program concept. Thank you, students. Just work on it, and along with this video I am sending some notes, and write those notes in 200-page book one by one. Along with that, even I will send some questions related to that. Just try to find out the answers for those questions using my video or notes. Thank you. God bless you.